Hello, and welcome back to this wonderful podcast, Just Talking and Sketching, which is actually the second episode of Sketch and Talk where we don't do a full project. I didn't explain in the last video, but there's probably gonna be like those two types of videos where I first of all just sketch, which is like I draw and I just draw what I think. It's not like I am like, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw like last week mermaid and make it beautiful and for mermaid or something like that. It's just like, okay, I go on Pinterest, I look what I want to draw or sketch. And if I don't feel like to spend an hour on a piece, I just start sketching like now. As you can already see, it's going to be a tree, which is amazing. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Wow. And there's probably also going to be the format, like doing a whole project, doing a sketch, and if I have other ideas, I probably make other types of videos as well. Maybe I will do the project so like in the sketching process and then the coloring process, which the coloring process is so much longer because I have to do details and highlight and shadows and everything. And as you can see, I'm switching between digital and analog types methods of drawing. If I want to do is quick sketching and I'm a little too lazy to get my sketchbook out and put a camera on and stuff like that, I just do it on the iPad because it's like way easier and way faster. The thing is, there could happen that it's not horizontal but vertical, which could happen, and I'm very sorry if that happens. Like the last video, which I didn't even think of. I was like, oh yeah, I could make it full progress of this project. And then I didn't think of being horizontal. So I'm very sorry if that happens sometimes. I'm trying not to. Like here I was very smart and didn't draw it horizontal, but vertical. There's actually not too much to on this tree. I was like going on Pinterest and I saw something made out of wood and I was like, oh, I could redraw that with like putting it in the bag and drawing it. And I was like, no, I could maybe draw a tree. Trees are cool. And then I saw koi fish and I thought about, oh, I could draw a koi fish. So maybe there's coming in next video where I will draw koi fish. What else? I already drew something, which I also put in this video, but it's in the end and it's like a minute long, which I thought I recorded, but apparently my iPad deleted it because I didn't have any space on my iPad because my memory was full. So that's about the videos. What did I think of this week? Actually, it's weird because I didn't know how I did come to this thought, but my thought was, oh yeah, what you also can see, I didn't speed this whole video up. I just put it up like I drew it so you can really see what I'm doing. The only things I cut out was when I accidentally wanted to look if it recorded and I put all of it in pink. I cut that out because it's like kind of embarrassing at the start and the end when you can see my home screen because who cares about that? So, because I was thinking about that, it was first of all when I moved in with my girlfriend, which how's that will still take a long time. And the second thought I had was, or actually the second thing I thought of when I thought about it was that I moved so many times, and I went home to my parents because of the lockdown and everything for a short moment, and then went back to my girlfriend. So what I actually thought of was that you only in your whole life know your whole house or apartment for a very short time. Always depends on what kind of lifestyle you have. Because think of it like that way. When you're born, you probably get your own room, and when you have your own room, you probably only know your room and maybe the kitchen and the bathroom. What really is in every cupboard and corner. What's in every corner and every cupboard. But then when you get older and move out, like in an apartment with roommates, you still don't know what's in every room or in every corner because you probably don't go that often in your other roommates' rooms. Except you like friendship and everything. But even with my roommate, I don't know what my roommate has in her room because like I don't want to disturb their privacy. And I also have a lot of siblings, so I never knew what was in their rooms exactly. Like I knew most of it, but I don't know every corner. I also don't know every corner of my room, but I know what I have. I know kind of what I have, and I can look in everything. But when it's not your room, you don't really look everywhere. So, for the scenario that you actually don't go in an apartment with roommates or live with your siblings forever or something like that, or live with your parents forever, you maybe be able to have like a small apartment where you do know every corner, and then you really know every corner of your house. But actually, no, but the other scenario where you keep on knowing every corner in your house is when you don't want to have kids or a partner. Or actually want a partner and you don't want to have kids, but that's another scenario. Because if you live on your own forever because you want to, in whichever way you want to, you still keep living alone if you can afford an apartment for yourself and don't have to live with roommates. Then you know every corner of your house, apartment, room, whatever. But let's say you now are moving out of your parents and move into another apartment with roommates. I said you don't know every corner. If you're now moving out of that scenario with your roommates and move in with your partner, and maybe you just have one workspace, and one living room, one bedroom, you know where everything is because you probably moved in together and placed everything and bought everything and put the stuff together wherever you wanted to. So you still can look in every cupboard and every. You can look everywhere. That's my point. No matter what it's called. But when you're. The other scenario is that you actually have so much money that you can have 2 extra rooms besides living room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen. And that everyone has its own workplace. So you probably don't go into your partner's workplace, room where they work. And they don't go into your workplace. So again, you have one room in your whole house where you don't know what's inside or what's everything or if there's any secret in it. Like not to get like suspicious or something, it's just a thought. And then again when you have kids, maybe your workrooms combine together, but then your kid need a room and you again don't know what's in there. Maybe at the beginning you know what is in there because it's a baby and a toddler. like at the beginning when your kid is a baby, you know what is in the room because you furnished it and you put the stuff in there and everything. But when they're like in elementary school or teens, when they're becoming teens, get it with teens because it's more, it makes more sense because when I was in elementary school, I still shared a room with my parents, which is weird. Where was I? Yeah, at one point, you didn't know when they're teens, they kind of have secrets. Like, you probably did from your parents. So, you again don't really have all your rooms and you know what's in there. And if you don't move out of the apartment or redecorate it, especially when you have a house, you probably don't redecorate the rooms of your kids because they're kids and like I don't know, they come back and visit. With apartments, a little bit harder, but maybe they still come back. But I think in an apartment, you are more likely to redecorate it and reuse it for your own use than to keep it. And right now, back to my drawing. I finished the tree, and that's the other drawing, a sketch I did, and it didn't record. And I was like, why didn't I kind of find it? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was terrible. I hated it. And that's a little bit like sped up. Back to the room situation. So then again, maybe you know what's in all your rooms, or if you keep the rooms like they were to be for your kids, and they are still the same, and you don't know what's in there. Maybe you work in them, but you don't know what's in every cupboard and every shelf and stuff like that. Just the random thought I had. Yeah, that's it for today. So that's it for this video. Actually, you probably see what you have to do because I'm writing it. So, if you want to, do one of these three things. If not, it's okay. And I maybe see you next time. Bye bye!